All right, so what you see here are our bruvs. Now, bruvs are baited remote underwater video devices. As you can see, Johnny's is super cool and super high tech. I'm less of a builder, so mine is engineered out of a table and a couple dive weights. We use bruvs all the time in attempts to discover new or lost species. But we had to improve on our designs to withstand intense deep water pressure. As you can see by the topography, this is a big canyon, and for the mountains that you see above us, it's the same thing underwater. 500 feet deep below us here. Here we go. Let her go. We know very little about the marine life at these depths, so there's really no telling what our cameras could discover. As the bruvs sit on the deep ocean floor, I'm heading back out on the skiff to check for any topside action. We are surrounded by orcas. They're there. There's a pond right behind you right now, Johnny. This is absolutely incredible. The orca, or killer whale, is actually the largest oceanic dolphin in existence. These enormous wolves of the sea can grow over 25 feet long and weigh as much as 22,000 pounds.
Look at the size of that bull. Look at the size of his dorsal fin. Oh my God, they are literally putting on a show. Oh my goodness, he just completely breached right there.
Oh, Forrest, you gotta listen to this.
I'd love to, man. Orcas are incredibly social, and the sounds you are hearing, or specifically the clicks, whistles, and pulsed calls, are their way of both navigating and communicating. Orcas in this part of the world are particularly vocal since the small fish they prey on can't hear them.
I mean, it is magical to be out here in the middle of the night, so far north that it never gets dark, and to be surrounded by these apex creatures, one of the most stunning creatures on Earth. But we need to get back, get a little bit of sleep, and get back on mission looking for our sharks. How can you beat that?
So we've just brought back our bruv cameras. We're just gonna go through the footage now. After 3 days of dropping the bruvs at various bottom depths, we've got over 80 hours of footage to review. Oh, there's a cod. They're a deep water fish, so it's a good indication that we're searching in the right habitat for some of these deep water sharks. Oh, look at that. There's a wing of something just coming up the current. Whoa, look at this. There's a huge skate coming into the frame. This is a massive animal. Same family as the sharks, but it's a super cryptic, super rare animal that lives in a deep water environment. Whoa. Look, guys, we got a sleeper shark. This is awesome. Look at that.
How big do you think that is?
Whoa, look at that. Look at that mouth. That's a big animal, guys. That's like a 10, 12-foot animal, huge, 1,000 pounds. Do you know how little footage exists of these animals?
So sweet.
The sleeper shark is one of the most elusive sharks in the world. And frankly, I was expecting a salmon shark. We've got a sleeper shark. We know where they are. We need to try and catch this animal, get a tag on it, and study it, and figure out whether or not this could be the jaws of Alaska. Let's go catch him. The chase is on. We've located the first of our 2 suspects. Unfortunately, it's one of the most difficult sharks in the world to study. The first step will be getting it to the surface so I can closely observe its behavior and determine if it's aggressive enough to be our marine mammal killer. But pulling a 1,000-pound shark up from 600 feet is gonna take more than a bass rod. So we're dropping anchored baited hooks up and down the bay. A dozen of them, all the way to the bottom. that we will check every 4 hours until we hopefully catch one. And if a shark bites, the lines have enough slack to allow it comfortable movement until we pull it up.
We're just coming out to check the hook set.
Now we let the winch do the work for 30 minutes.
Listen to how hard that thing's working. Yeah. Oh, we got color. There is something coming up.
What is it?
Yep, there's an animal. There's an animal.
Oh my
It's a shark.
God.
It's a shark. Look at that. Holy crap.
She's looking good, guys. She's real healthy.
Look at that animal. Come with, guys. Come with. Come with. Okay, so I'm just working on getting the tail rope on her.
Look at her. That striking, deep charcoal color. Like some sort of beautiful nightmare.
I'm about to tag one of the most difficult animals to find on Earth and get scientific data that is insanely valuable. So I am very excited.
This is insane.
So just gearing up now, we're actually gonna move the shark maybe 150 feet that way. And one of the reasons we're moving into the ledge is it's safer for her. If she's exhausted from coming up, she's gonna need a rest on the bottom, and then when she's caught her energy, she can head back down the ledge at her own pace and go back to the depths.
Safest way to handle a shark of this size is to keep it in the water. But that means roping her to the boat so she can't injure herself while I examine her.
Okay, get a measurement on her. Look at the size of this magnificent creature. Okay, pull tight, Mark.
Yep.
She is 9 feet, 10 inches long, nearly a 10-foot long shark. Let's roll her. Put her right up on my lap here.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. There it is. That's it. That's the whole tag.
This tag won't harm the shark, but it will record all sorts of readings and location data for 6 months, and then detach and beam it all back to us.
As soon as I cut the hook, I'm going to take the tail rope off. As soon as I take the tail rope off, the boat needs to go away and we'll just take our time.
Okay.
She's good to go. Look at the size of this incredible animal. It is truly a sea monster, a living dinosaur.
Sleeper sharks can live up to 400 years old. Parasites called copepods infest their eyes, causing blindness and a milky white coloration. But as these sharks live in complete darkness, they rely less on eyesight and more on specialized sensory organs, like the ampullae of Lorenzini, to detect prey.
This animal is tired, so she's sitting on the bottom resting. It's absolutely unique, and I'm really glad we didn't drop her off at 600 feet, because if we had, she would have just sunk down.
Now that she's rested, she's taking off. I've just got one more test.
I'm gonna try and stimulate her ampullae of Lorenzini and see how she responds.
Like a baby in my arms, this is putting her into a trance-like state, making us the first known team to put a sleeper shark into tonic immobility.
This is absolutely bizarre to have a sleeper shark hanging out at the surface like this. Mark, this is pretty nuts, man.
Knowing she's completely docile, I'm just gonna reach in to remove the rest of the hook.
The hook's out as well. She's good to go.